What's up, boys? Today we're going to be replacing this right here, torque arm. So I already did one back here, a little bit of trial and error. I got 3 of them on this trailer that are adjustable, and then I got the one I'm doing in this video up there that's fixed. And the reason I'm changing this out is, well, you can see right here it's eating up the tire. Number one symptom of a bad torque arm is inside wear on the tires, but also inside wear can be from a bad bearing too. But at least with a torque arm, to test it, you can lock the brakes on your trailer, and then you can release the brakes on your truck and have somebody watch these torque arms back here as you kind of go back and forth. I had my wife do that with me, and you could see on this one clear as day it had a lot of play in it. So I like to lay out all my tools before I get started, because I don't like going back and forth to the house. Where I'm working at is in my parking spot. I can't work on things in my house. And I lay them out in the order I'm going to take everything off. So the first thing I'm going to do is put these blocks under the axle, jack it up, put my jack stand under the axle, take off the wheel, and then back off the slack adjuster, hit my brake drum, pull it off, then pull off the brake chamber, then bust loose the bolt for the torque arm, then go ahead and knock it out with the chisel, put in the new arm with a little bit of anti-seize, and reverse. So step number one is to go ahead and chalk the wheels on the truck, rear, front, and then on the other side, rear and front. This jack is a 50-ton bottle jack from Stark. You can get it at Home Depot for about $100. And the jack stand says it's 12-ton, but that's for the pair, so it's actually 6-ton. The brand is Strongway, and they are at Walmart for $140. Now we got the axle jacked up, we can go ahead and pull these wheels off, and then we can go ahead and lower it down onto the jack stand. Now I used to use a torque multiplier to bust loose the lug nuts, because a lot of tire shops were putting them on way too tight, but I do them mostly myself now. And this Ryobi 1/2-inch impact wrench will bust them loose, no problems. And it'll also tighten them back to where they need to be. Of course, I use my 40-inch breakover bar just to make sure it's tight. Obviously this is sped up, but if you're wondering, it took about 50 seconds to zip all these off of there. Now these wheels can kind of be a pain to pull off. I always use a bar like this, and then I use this hammer for leverage. You'll see. It works okay. I don't have the proper tools. Now I can go ahead and lower down the jack onto the jack stand. Not all the way. I want to still leave a little bit of pressure on that jack. That's good. Now I gotta pull this drum off of here, and to do that I gotta release the brakes. That's why I chalk the tractor and not the trailer. The tractor, you're never going to release the brakes on it. Now when I'm done with tools and I know I'm not going to use them anymore, I'll put them where I last used them. So I put that there, put these up here. Now let's bust this brake drum loose with the sledgehammer. Got to put my hearing protection on for this. Don't use your back. Use them knees. All right. Now we gotta take loose the brake shoes. And if you're wondering why I'm taking all this apart, that bolt right there, it only comes out that way. You gotta take the brake chamber off for that. Probably gonna have to beat on it from this side. So that means this has to come off. Now there's two different ways to take off these springs. Now you gotta take both these springs loose, and then the pad will drop down. This one will push up and it'll be out of the way. There's two ways to do it. First one, put your vice grips on it like that and just tap with your hammer. Second one, put your vice grips on it, get your pry bar, pry down on it. Go ahead and take the springs out. The top one is the one we need to be out of the way. That'll work. Now we need to go ahead and cage the brake chamber, and as you can see, the bolt is missing on here. I don't know what happened to it. We'll take one off over there and I'll show you how to cage a brake chamber. Anytime I pull a brake chamber off, I cage it. Well, I almost forgot, before I do any of that, we gotta take the slack adjuster loose. Gotta do everything in a specific order. That. Pull the pin. That came out nice because I used anti-seize. I put my vice grips on this side to keep it from spinning. It's hard to get that cotter pin, or whatever the hell you call it. Hard to get it out of there if it keeps spinning. There's that. Pull it out. That's the magic of anti-seize. That's loose. Now we can go ahead and cage it. Now this socket you see right here is specifically for caging a chamber. They're called a caging socket, or as I say, Cajun socket, boys. Now we can go ahead and cage it. Remember, when you do this, never put your face right in front of this thing. This has got a spring in here under really high pressure, and that spring, you never know, it can come shooting out of there. I don't take any risks. Well, normally with the brakes released, you can shove this in there and you can turn it, but it's not wanting to turn. So we're gonna have to engage the brakes and then pull it. And just to make things easier, I just pulled the brake shoes off of there. They're sitting over here now. Now I can go ahead and engage the brakes on the trailer and turn the truck off. Now I can go ahead and cage it. If you look in there, see that right there? This piece fits in there and then it turns. Just like that. And then it pulls out. Now I can put the washer on there, go ahead and put the nut. Now it's ready to be sucked out. That's it. Now I can go ahead and pull off the brake chamber, but before I do that, I want to hang a couple bungees because this doesn't have enough slack in these airlines to just set it on the ground. We're going to hang it with these bungees. And these are 15/16. Somewhere to hang it. The hole looks good, and that hole. Nice, that's perfect. Okay, so I had to reposition it because this electric line back here had a lot of tension on it, so we're good now. Now we are finally to the nitty gritty. I should have told y'all before I started this. This is a 19.25 inch long arm. So that's what I'm replacing it with. Of course, before you do anything, you gotta hold them up next to each other just to make sure that they, you know, they're the same length, or just measure them either way. And these nuts are 1.5 inch, big old socket. I went and I had to go and buy one, and I already had a wrench. So let's go ahead and put it on the back side. We're going to want to go this way, so the wrench is going to want to go up. So we want to put it to where it's going to hit on something. Now this one unfortunately is different than the rear one. I can't really get the impact wrench directly on the nut, so I'm having to improvise. But I already know this isn't going busted loose, but you know, I have to try. Nope. Golly. Oh. Oh, come on. Really? This is bullshit. Damn it. Okay. Now we're in business. I might be able to get that with the impact. Boom. All right, boys, we got the nut off. Now we got to get that bolt out of there. And it's tempting to just spin that bolt in there, but it'll tear up the threads. Believe me, I did it on the other one. Had to go and get a new bolt. So you got to knock it out without tearing up the threads. So I just got the nut threaded on there, and we're going to hit it with the sledgehammer. Not too hard though, because you can really tear it up. Ah, nice. I got lucky on that, boys. I didn't really have a good area to swing right here. The back one was way easier. Get the little shop hammer here. Now to get this the rest of the way out of there, I just use chisel and shop hammer. Don't hit the threads. There it is. Now we got the other one. Now I gotta try this just to see if it works. It's pretty impressive. Okay, is this one gonna come out as easy as the last one? Where's that sledgehammer? There it is. Okay, let's see if this will come out of there. Should just pry right out. Or maybe not. Okay, want to hit this too. All right, there's the old one. I don't know if that's any good or not, but you know, I figured replace one of them, might as well do the other three. They're probably about ready to go as well, you know. So now let's put this back up in here, give y'all a different view. So let's, wow, that doesn't seem right. I'll have to bend these out a little, I guess. He'll squeeze back in and be all right. There we go. Nice. All right, boys, now it's time to put it back together. And you know, I think I'm going to put the bolt in this way, because that way next time I'll easily be able to get my impact in there without having to use a bunch of extensions. And if I need to whack on it with my sledgehammer, I got all the room in the world. Just get that brake chamber out of the way. Yeah, no problems. Well, boys, I forgot to do this in the last one. I forgot to put some anti-seize on these parts. I knew the anti-seize people were going to be up in arms. So, and we'll just smear some of this crap all through it, boys. That'll work. Wait a second. This might be a bad idea. Okay, yeah, it is. I couldn't get my 40-inch breakover bar in there with it on this side. Yeah, that was a bad idea. Just knock it back out, put it through this way. There we go. Kaboom. And now let's do the other side. Man, these things are tight. That was loud. There it goes. About forgot my anti-seize. Where's that bolt at? Oh, come on. I know you're around here somewhere. There you are. Right in front of me. Man, it's kind of going in there tight. Hopefully it doesn't tear the threads up. We'll see. What have I done? Holy crap. Well, I didn't even realize this. One bolt is longer than the other one. Now I gotta knock this back out. Damn it. Gotta knock both of them back out. One's longer than the other one. Shorter one goes over here. We got it back in there. Now I'm just going to show you a really fast time lapse of putting it back together, and if I think there's anything where I should chime in to let you know, maybe something important, I'll stop it and let you know. Okay, I guess this is worth mentioning. To readjust your brakes, you want to go ahead and make sure they're released up front, and then come back here to your slack adjuster, go ahead and pull out on the tab, and then turn the square deal up top counterclockwise, and you'll see it rotate that S-cam. And over here you can watch the brakes as they slowly expand, and you'll hit a point to where this thing don't want to go anymore, and when you get to that point you'll stop right there, and then you'll go back a half a turn, and that's it. They're adjusted. And these two springs right here, they are very easy to forget about. I want to go ahead and hang them in there. I almost forgot myself. You know, hang that on that side. And here's how I get these back in here. There it is. Oh, not quite. And you just got to tap it in there. There it is. That didn't go very well. If y'all have a better method, let me know. There it goes. Not quite. Come on. Just stay in there. Why? This normally goes way better than this. I don't know what the deal is, but it's pissing me off. There. Oh. You got lucky, boys. You got real lucky. Yeah. Of course, when I put the tires back on, I want to make sure that the valve stems are opposite from each other, and they are. Oh, beautiful. Oh man, the sun's getting me. I'm gonna get burned up. Now we can tighten it on down, and this thing gets it as tight as it needs to be. Now, just to make sure everything's tight, we're going to hit it with this, and you can go to a torque calculator online and you can put in, see, you know, I got a 40-inch bar. I weigh about 195 pounds, and you can put on there, say you're going to be standing on it right at the 40-inch mark and you're 195 pounds, you can find out how much torque that is. With mine, if you stand on the very end of it, it's about 600 pound-feet. I think right at the 36-inch mark, or 34 maybe, somewhere around right here is right where I need to be. That's right at about 450, 475. And you'll see, I really can't even move it right there. That one's good. It's good. So that is it, guys. We got 2 more to go and we'll be finished. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, or I just don't do anything. It's all good, boys. It's all good. We'll see you on the next one. Y'all be safe out there.